Alright. Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Cynthia, your coach of the Germany-Girafarigs, and today I'm bringing you the draft analysis for Season 2 of the Random Draft League. Now, as the name suggests, this is a random draft league, and I love randomization, so I decided to join, even though I'm already stuffed with leagues. But hey, fuck it, it's for fun. I don't have anything to do anyway, so yeah. Random Draft League. Shadow Tag is banned, Battle Pass is allowed, but you can only pass one instead. You can't pass Speed and Substitute. Arena Trap is allowed, no G-Max, Z-Moves are allowed, and yeah. Actually, Z-Moves. I don't have my Z-Moves yet, so I'm going to show and tell my Z-Moves when I'm doing my week 1. For now I'm doing this. So not all picks are randomized this season, only the 4 free picks at the end of the draft are free. So yeah. Are there any other rules that I should mention? I don't think so. So yeah. I don't know how many people there are, so yeah. Moving on. This is how the draft looks. So I'm saying to Germany-Girafarigs. I don't know. We get 1 tier 1, 1 tier 2, 2 tier 3, 1 tier 4, 1 tier 5, a mega tier, and then 4 randomized picks. Those randomized picks have 400 total value, and each tier costs a certain value. So let's say if I want a tier 1 that costs me 160 points, and I get a random tier 1 that costs me 160 points, then I have only 240 left to spend. Depending on the mega tier you pick, you either get 20 or 40 points subtracted, no, 40 points subtracted, or 20 or 40 points added, or zero added or subtracted, depending on the mega tier. Now, let's move on to my first pick. So, I was pick number 4, which is pretty early, and I decided I go for Cresselia, because Cresselia is tier 1 because she got Cosmic Power, Stored Power, and that's pretty insane because she's already very bulky and now she gets even more bulky, and that's just insane. So Luna the Cresselia tier 1. I also drafted Cresselia for another reason, because I randomized my Mega this season, so I wrote for a random Mega, and the Mega I got works best in Trick Room, so I decided I'd go for another Trick Room team. So Cresselia round 1 pick 4, Luna. Then round 2 pick 28, if I called correctly. I don't know if I did it right. Samantha the Hatterini, tier 2. I love Hatterini, it's my favorite Pokemon, and it's a great Trick Room setter and a great Trick Room sweeper. Can be physical and special, has aromatherapy as well, and is just great and beautiful. I love Hatterini. Sadly sniped somebody else with Hatterini, but hey, it's my Pokemon, it's my favorite Pokemon, I have the right to draft it. So, moving on, we have our third Trick Room setter in Porygon 2, version 2.0, tier 3, pick 36. Now, Porygon 2 is very good as well, it sets Trick Room as well, it's very bulky, has Recover, and hits pretty hard as well with a decent special attack stat, and decent physical attack stat even, I think, I don't remember. And can Toxic Stall as well, of course. So yeah, Porygon 2, nice pick. Next we have Sir Lauxalot, the Surfetched, which I also sniped from somebody. I think even the same person I sniped Hatterene from. But I wanted a tier 3 that's slow, has no overlapping types with what I have, and has hazard removal, so I decided on Surfetched. Originally was going to be Hitmontop, but I had Hitmontop so many times in draft that I really wanted to try something new. And Surfetched with 135 base attack hits really hard. And has Defog as well, so that's great. Pick 60, Sir Lauxalot, the Surfetched. Moving on, we have Drachenschaf or Mega Ampharos. I rolled Mega Ampharos as my random Pokemon. So, Mega Ampharos is a Mega Tier 4, which means it gives us 40 plus points to spend for our free rare picks. So that's nice. Pick 68. Mega Ampharos also hits like a truck in Trick Room. 40 base speed is pretty slow, which means it won't get outsped by much in Trick Room. And 165 special attack is super beefy. Plus it has decent bulk as well, and doesn't die to one hit usually. Moving on, we have even more dead inside the Cursula. You will understand the name a few picks later, but we have Cursula, tier 4, my ghost Pokemon, you know me. I always draft a ghost Pokemon because ghost is my favorite typing, and so I will always draft a ghost Pokemon no matter what league I am. So round 6, picks 90, 92. Now Cursula is very good. I used it in a monotype league once and it swept teams. It's so good. So incredibly good. Beefy special attack, beefy special defense bulk, garbage speed, bad defense, decent attack even I think. So can be run physically and specially even. But it's better specially. Has iron defense, Carmine, strength sap, and then a ton of coverage. So really good Pokemon. I love Cursula. And it's a ghost, so that's plus. So then we have the cutest steel in Marvile, pick 100, tier 5. I love Marvile, I absolutely adore it. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. I already have Mega Ampharos sadly, so I couldn't pick Mega Marvile, but regular Marvile is still decent. It has a decent defense stat, is very slow, has sheer force, and can hit pretty hard with sheer force and life up in Trick Room. Plus also has Intimidate, which gives me some utility, as well as Stealth Rock and Toxic and stuff, so yeah. Plus it has Baton Pass with Iron Defense and Sword Stance, which is pretty nice. So Marvile. I like Marvile. I hope she does well. Then we have Fairy V the Sylveon, my first random pick, which was a tier 2, 120 points. My third fairy, which isn't the best, but it's still a good pick because Sylveon is decently slow, which means it benefits from Trick Room. Pick 124 by the way. Plus it gives me a Wish Passer and a Cleric as well. Plus it hits really hard with Specs, Hyper Voice or stuff. And even hits Steel types now with Mystical Fire. Doesn't have much other coverage, but it still hits very hard. So Fairy V the Sylveon. Then we have the Pokemon that I mentioned earlier. I'm dead inside. Yes guys, I rolled a random tier 3 and I got Galarian Corsola added to my Cursula. So we have I'm dead inside and even more dead inside. Pick 132. Now, Galarian Corsola plays very differently from Cursula. The Cursula is mostly setup and sweep, or just specs and sweep. Galarian Corsola is just bulky. It's just bulky. Will-O-Wisp, Strength Sap, Stealth Rocks, Hex, Spite. I don't know what else it gets. I only see like those things. But yeah. It's very bulky and gives me an actual bulky Stealth Rocker that I can reliably use for stealth rocking purposes instead of Marvel or Cursula, who I probably will use more offensively, or in case of Marvel more baton passing. But yeah, I imagine baton passing as Sword Stand in my Surf Edge. Ooh, that's going to break stuff. So yeah, Galarian Corsola, pretty decent pick. I know I have a very big ghost weakness, but I don't know if Fortune and Destiny give me Cursula and Gunnar Cursula, then I'm going to vibe with it and try my best. Week 2, week 2, every 2 weeks we can re-roll one of our random picks up until week 6 where the rosters are finalized. So I can still change my random picks, plus I still have 4 free agencies I think. So yeah, moving on, oopsie. Moving on, we have Chompy Boy, the Garchomp. Pick 156 and my tier 1 random pick. Now, Garchomp in the Trick Room team is pretty meh, but it gives me a Pokemon that I can use outside of Trick Room, so I don't get 6 old once my Trick Room dies, so still decent number 1. Gives me 4 times Ice Weakness, which is nice, but it gives me a Ground type at least. Plus with 3 fairies I don't have to worry as much about Dragon Stab. As well with well, I don't really have any good ice switch-ins. I have ice beam switch-ins because I have a lot of special walls, but don't really have anything outside of Marvel that resists it, and Marvel doesn't have the best special defense. So yeah, Jumpy Boy gives me another Stealth Rocker. Stab EQ is pretty nice, as well as a setup bar and sword stance. And yeah, it hits really hard, with Bandit or Scarf even. So yeah, I like Guard Jump, not complaining about it. And my last pick was Crustle, the shy Mr. Krabs. Now, I say pick, but it's more a random pick. I had 60 points left because of Mega Ampharos, so I decided, yeah, we go random tier 4. I got Crustle. Crustle is decent. It's slow, which means it benefits from Trick Room. It gets Sword Stance, which means I can use that over Shell Smash. Still is sturdy, which means I leave one hit guaranteed. And can also run Stealth Rock and Spikes, which helps me a lot because Spikes is very nice. Stealth Rocks I have decent setters already in like Garchomp and Galarian Corsola, and less decent setters in Marvel and Corsola. But yeah, Spikes is very good. Plus it's my mostly defensive Pokemon, I think, with the highest defense at like 135. So I have a very defensive and offensive team. Very slow in both defensive and offensive, which is nice, which is what you it's exactly what you want for a Trick Room team, which is nice. So overall, what do I think about my team? I think it's pretty good. Apart from if you ignore the 4 times Ghost weakness and that I have a lot of overlapping types, it's pretty good. Because once I set up my Trick Room, most of my Pokemon really hit hard. And most of my Pokemon are difficult to OHKO, and if I play right. Like, of course, Corsola dies to most physical attacks, Marvel dies to most special attacks. That's obvious. But yeah, I like my team, and I'm curious how well it does. So yeah. As for Z users, I don't know who I will pick yet. Probably Garchomp and somebody else, I don't know. Maybe Hatterini, maybe Surfetched, maybe Corsola. I don't know. I really don't like Z-moves at all, but we have to use them, or it would be bad if I don't use them, so yeah. Garchomp definitely, because Garchomp with Z is very hard. Plus, it gives me a Continental Crush, which I like. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. This was my draft analysis for the Random League. I already forgot the name. Random League something. So yeah. Leave a like if you enjoyed, leave a sub, leave a comment, tell me what you think of the names, tell me what you think of the team, and yeah, let's hope we do well. This was Sanjay from Germany-Girafarigs signing out, and yeah, have a good day everybody.